Hey, guys. How is everybody doing? Can you hear me, Jen?
I gotcha.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure out how you were hearing me a second ago. My microphone was turned off.
Oh, I could hear you just fine.
Why are you playing music?
I'm not. I just accidentally still had the volume on my phone while I have chat on the phone and then StreamYard's on the tablet.
Oh, okay.
And I hadn't turned my volume down yet. But it's gone now.
Okay. Guys, I wanted to play a song. I know, and more than likely, it's copyright free. It's okay for me to play it. But I know a commercial will probably start, but overlook the commercial. I just love this song. Some of you have heard it already on my video, but some of you may not have. And I just think it's so appropriate.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But I'll be okay, I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
Angie, don't say that word.
Okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Jen, how do you retract that? I can't retract it.
I got it. Angie, I'm going to remove your comment just so it doesn't get Nana's demonetized. We did see it. We're not removing you. We are just removing the comment.
Why can I not remove comments and stuff?
I don't know how that works on your end.
Huh.
You would have to, yeah, you would have to ask Christola.
Yes, that's what I sort of say. That's another thing I need to ask Miss Christola about.
But Angie, for future reference, used unalived somethings, substitute a different word for that.
Or put, different characters in there. We all know what it means. Susan Smith, is Dawn and Candace going to get away with the disappearance of Summer? Seems to be looking that way. Yes, it does. Oh, guys, did y'all catch that last little clip on that video I just put out where it says they reported that Candace went down in the basement looking for Summer later that evening, and she wasn't there, and the door was unlocked? That's the first time I've heard that scenario. There you go, Donna or Dana. Use oft. Hello, Miss Dana K. Dana K. It's Dana, right?
Thank you, Shlema. I missed everyone too, but I had my baby boy here without his baby boy, so I had to be mommy bear.
Hello, Jennifer. Hello, everybody that I haven't actually spoke directly to. You are all welcome. You know that. And guys, I usually try to catch everybody's name. Sometimes we get off on tangents, though, and we forget.
Quite often?
Now, not quite often. Just every once in a while.
That's just when we're on the phone.
Well, no. We get off on tangents on lives, too. But just not, I'm trying to not make it sound so bad.
We can't be that bad. They keep coming back.
We missed you last night, Miss Jennifer.
I saw Shalima put that. I said I was sorry, but had baby boy here without his baby boy, so I had to be mama bear.
Well, I understand that, but we can still tell you that we missed you.
Well, I missed everybody too.
I think Christola probably missed you more than anybody. She kept begging everybody to get up on panel with me. I think she thought I was crashing and burning last night. I wasn't. I was tired. And it was supposed to have been a really funny night, and then everything crashed and burned. So, forgive me, guys, for last night.
I had planned on being there, but then my child showed up out of the blue and needed to stay the night. So, of course, I set everything to the side for him.
Right, Miss Robin. I'm sorry I missed your call earlier, Robin. I was literally out of signal. And then when I came back in signal, I seen you had called, but I tried calling back, but it wouldn't go through for some reason. You enjoyed it?
It's the little green men in your phone.
It is the little green men in my phone. I'm telling you guys. Hey, at 5 o'clock this morning, guys, my phone was laying by my bed. I was not touching it. I was sound asleep. Now, I woke up to my phone making a noise. If my phone rings, I'm wide awake because I'm scared it's something to do with one of my kids or my grandkids. And Dana, hang on one second and we'll get to it. But I woke up and I seen all this crazy stuff on my phone, but I just thought, nothing about it. And I just swiped it away. And I got up, and later on I was talking to my daughter, and her boyfriend had called her and said I had been sending him crazy messages early this morning. I did not do it, guys. I did not send him anything, but there was messages sent to him from my phone.
Are you sleep messaging?
No, I promise.
I was trying to be funny, Nana.
It worries me though. Okay, Dana K says, I've said for months now that DNC would get by with what they've done. It's just despicable. Absolutely despicable. I agree with you 100%. I've seen the video, Nana. They're supposedly taking classes to get those 3 kids back. I pray they don't get returned. I do too, hun. But
I thought you missed out on that opportunity.
From what I understood, they did. They've already took them. So please,
they've already become a ward of the state.
Please be respectful to Rose Bly's husband, children, and extended family. He may be watching, and we have no proof. Who are you talking to, Dolly? We never speak of Rose in here.
And she has not been brought up today.
She's not in the title. She's not. I don't think I have ever discussed Rose.
I can't remember that we have either.
I understand you're trying to be respectful of her husband and her children, but you probably need to check your facts, sweetheart, before you come in and make it sound like people have been talking about them. Do you think it's a connection that 10 days after Summer went missing, the first child S-ring was busted? I don't think there's a connection because there was one busted before she went missing also. Hello, Miss Christola. I'm positive my phone has been hacked. And me and Christola sat up forever last night until after 12 o'clock trying to work on my computer because it's been hacked. And then my phone starts sending weird messages this morning. I know it's been hacked.
Like I said, if yours was, mine was too.
Has BK somehow got your number? Because I think he's the one prank calling people, and he could have spoofed your number or hacked your number. I would hope he hasn't, and there's very few people on here that have my number, and I don't think any one of them talked to him. I hope and pray that nobody that I have spoke with has give him my number. I did,
You
and
know my suspicions about all of that.
you did what, hon? I don't understand what you're saying. You got corrected just in case. Oh, I don't know, honey. I don't talk about Rose in here. Period. I know you don't do BK, Robin.
I don't think many of us do.
You doubt what, single mom? Yeah, something's definitely up with it. It was sending my daughter's boyfriend messages at 5 o'clock, Christola. So, yeah. But it wasn't like text messages. It was emojis. Like tons of them.
Mine hasn't gone to that extreme yet.
The first message I sent is still up. I'm sorry. Why would you be sorry?
Yeah, on my end, it showed that I removed it. And like I said, I wasn't removing her. It was just that message because of the one word in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's showing on my end that I deleted the message, but not her.
Right. No BK here that anyone here gave BK your number. Oh, no, honey. I didn't think so. I believe you were the person that's had my number the longest, and I've never
Now,
had any problems. So,
see, Jesse said, could it have anything to do with the people backstage on JDTC last night? This was happening long before
yeah,
Nana going on panel with JDTC.
I know, but they're talking about my phone this morning. No, it couldn't have had anything to do with him because my phone's not. I was on my laptop when I was on his show.
But your phone was acting screwy long before you started going on panel with him too, though.
Right. I mean, I'm not terribly worried about it. I'm just, I would hope that nobody that has my number would give it to him.
The only thing that I can think, in all honesty, is that one person that had both of our numbers that we've had three-way phone calls with. And that's why I'm stuck on that person.
Right. Yeah, I've went and watched if he's got something that was interesting, like the thing about the phone, Tim, whoever had the phone, Don's phone. I went over and watched that stuff, but I've never subscribed to him. I've not liked him since the first day I watched him. So I never subscribed. When mine, except I shut it off and restarted it, and it works fine after that.
Yep, I've tried all that too. I've even pulled my battery and did a reset on it, and no.
Susan says she hopes you're having a great day, no filter.
It's better than yesterday.
Anyways, guys, even though obviously there are people out there that couldn't give flip whether Don gets rehab or not, I couldn't give flip either. My point in my video today is the simple fact that he was going to at least, even though 6 months of it was going to be rehab, he was still going to be off the street for that much longer. And they would have him held somewhere so that we would have a little bit more time to hopefully find out what happened to that baby. And now that's gone too. I mean, he's not even required to do rehab now. That's my argument about it. My phone sent 911 text and pictures to two of my daughters and my son-in-law, but I didn't send the text. Is the crazy part. I didn't even know it was sent. Wow. Hello, country mama. What happened to Utah? I'm not sure, hon. I'm not sure if they're going to still want to extradite him over there or if they're even going to file charges or what.
Last I heard was that they had come here for extradition, and Hawkins County said they couldn't have him till he was done with his time there. But then everything came out after that they weren't going to do anything with the Utah charges. So I think that is still up in the air.
Actually, single mom, when he first went to jail, that's exactly what was said. Was he had to do 180 days in jail, and then he had to go straight to rehab, and he would have to go to Knoxville because Hawkins County did not, have rehab in Hawkins County jail. And I've even got, there's one of the clips off the newspapers in my video today where it says that was part of the agreement. And then all of a sudden, everything's changed. I mean, everybody knows that he was supposed to have been going to rehab. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has a problem with their phone having a mind and fingers of its own and sending crazy messages while I'm asleep. Wow. I never had a problem before the last 11 months. I'll put it that way. You're fine, 907. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, Miss Selena Dixon. Yeah, hopefully Utah will be there to pick him up if he's not going to rehab. He and Candace will be right back to the drugs and alcohol. Absolutely.
And am I correct when I went in remembering that if Utah grabs him, that's on felony charges? So that would be mandatory 25 plus?
Yes. As far as I understand it, yes.
So we can only hope that that's the case.
But it was more than just one reporter that was reporting that. I mean, I promise you guys, I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. I'm not making this up. I've spoke with a lot of people, especially in the last few days, and everybody remembers that he was supposed to have been getting rehab. Hello, Charlie K.
Hey, you know what I'm missing out on tonight that I didn't even know about until right this very second?
What?
Kenny Chesney's in concert here.
Oh, psh. I don't like Kenny Chesney.
I do. He's another good looking one until he takes that hat off.
My brothers used to party with him in Mitchell Bottoms in Sevierville before he became famous. See, that's what I thought. 180 days in jail and 180 days in rehab.
Yes, that's what I've always heard as well.
It's beyond me now. Like I said, the only one that I could find is that one article that I put in that video. That's the only one I could find where they're saying anything about rehab.
Oh my goodness. Do we have to call Utah tomorrow morning to see if they're coming for Don? I don't know if they have that kind of information, but it wouldn't hurt to call and ask, right?
Right. I could. Guys, in case anybody doesn't know, in case you're, fans of Chris McDonough, he's got something big going on this evening at 7:00. So just want to let you guys know.
And like I said, I'll pop in there for the first 5 minutes just to see if it's anything new. And if it's not, then I know I can pop out.
I've been asking about this 6 months about whether he would do rehab without or not. I don't know. As far as I know, he was supposed to go straight from jail into rehab. Hello, Laura. You're on your new tablet?
As far as we know, he's also sober in jail unless they're taking shit into him, which would not surprise me at all.
That's true, Crystal. I didn't think about that, but it wasn't both of them. It was just, the one just told her story that one time, but now Mary's been all over YouTube talking about it.
Yeah, Jeannie was just the one time, but Mary has been consistent since September, October.
April, yeah.
You got Mary, Jeannie, and Trish that all came out around the same time.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be about Candace with Chris.
Supposed to be, but is it going to be something new? Or is he just going to regurgitate the same information that we've all heard for the past year?
Hello, Regina. I don't know. I'll keep my mouth shut. Everybody knows my opinion. I read that as I'm on my tablet. Freaking headache needs to go away. Oh, you read that she was on her toilet.
Oops.
No, I don't think that's it.
I'm
Sweetheart,
sure
if you have a headache,
every single one of us has used our phone while we're on the toilet, but I don't think any of us would advertise it.
No. Christella, honey, if you got a bad headache, you can, bow out.
Now, baby girl, if you've got a headache, by all means, I think we got this.
Not that I want you to leave. Don't get me wrong.
I'm all too familiar with the migraines.
Was the one who they tried to take to rehab before court, and he flipped out when they asked him to wait until the end take was done and wouldn't. Not Candace. I hadn't heard that. Remain
I
calm.
hadn't heard that either. The only thing that I had heard as far as any rehab for either of them was what we've already said about Don, and the fact that when they offered Candace rehab and she found out she couldn't smoke in there, she had a fit, which you corrected me on that the other night, that it wasn't about smoking.
Well, I didn't correct you. I was just saying, I was joking around about that. She wouldn't be able to have male creators come in and visit with her.
Okay, yeah, so you didn't correct me because my information might still be accurate.
Yes, it was. I was joking.
But she couldn't have Benny or Ernie or who was it the other night? Dolly Vision. She couldn't have none of them in there.
Right. You have storms on the way?
Brings on the headache. Storms calm my headaches.
Really?
Trust me. Nana heard me all day the other day that I wish it would just start storming already.
Did you see earlier today that they had a news conference about Rose Bly keeping the case going? No, honey, I didn't. I honestly and truly do not watch a lot of YouTube anymore.
Oh, hi, Charlie. I didn't see you sneak in.
Yeah, he's been in here a while.
Oh, has he? I must have just glanced right over that. He's got one little comment up here that just so happened to catch my eye. So I wasn't trying to be rude. I just didn't see you.
So do they think they're going to find her, even though I just got through telling Dolly Mixtures, or what, I think that was her name, that we don't talk about her in here? Have you heard anything back from her? Okay, Jen, you got anything you want to say, sweetheart?
I'm very curious for one of us to find out tomorrow morning just about the whole, if Utah's taking him. I really don't have anything new from last week. Like I said, I didn't see anything that was talked about last night because, Brett happened and
Right.
And yes, I'm okay with saying my son's name. He's well over the age of 18, so I'm not talking about a minor.
Rob and I have not heard anything any more about the remains. And trust me, I was talking Don B's ear off about it today.
Oh, I do have some good news, though, that I forgot to tell you that I'll just tell everyone.
What's that?
You know how we were so concerned because Nugget wasn't gaining weight?
Yeah.
Nugget will be 9 weeks on Saturday, and he's officially up to 9 pounds. So he's only gained 3 pounds in 9 weeks, but he's finally gaining. He's getting his little chunky rolls and getting his fat on.
Virgo. Now, see, that's the story that I originally heard in the beginning, but then I couldn't understand because Candace's 2 older children were taken when Rose was 13. So I figured that there was no way that was possible. So she was filing papers to take the boys right before she got gone. It wouldn't have been the boys, though. It would have just been Josie. Because the boys weren't, it wasn't the boys then. There was only one. Because their oldest one had just been born when she disappeared. No, actually, Dolly Mixture has been in here before several times and hasn't had anything bad to say normally. But they just came in with a storm today saying not to say anything about Rose or her kids because her husband might be in here. Hello, Miss Tina.
Hi, Tina.
My phone's going crazy. Yes, she has been for a very long time.
Oh, okay. I don't remember you saying anything to me about that. I had just seen it pop up.
She was before you were. Surprisingly enough. Nana, I'm in here and I am listening like a radio while I work, but the signal is really bad here where I'm at. Okay, Miss Tina. Would you like us to talk up so maybe you can hear us better, or is it just the reception? I did put on the video comment section that a friend of Candusbly stated that Candace told her that she offed Rosemarie. Well, okay, but that was on the video, sweetheart. That wasn't in here. So I don't know why they would get so defensive and come in here and say something. Yeah, in 09. And that was the same year the oldest boy was born. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So, Kathy Jones, last night my phone sent son some crazy emojis that not even on my phone and strange shaped letters that I've never even seen on any phone, text, or messenger before. Was it your text through your text messages? Because mine was through Messenger for some reason. And it sent an upside down smiley face where the eyes are moving and stuff. And there's stuff like not glitter, but it looks like glitter floating in the background of it. Does that sound familiar, guys? I wish you guys could see it.
I'll see there my phone goes again. The past, at least for a minimum of a week, at a certain time of night, my phone will start telling me unable to send message, tap to resend.
Hello, Edna. Discovering the truth. Oh, okay. I didn't know because I don't get a lot of time to watch and get to know people. I'm here. My son takes most of my time, but I'm sick in bed watching today. Well, we hope and pray you get better, sweetheart. We don't like to see anybody sick. Now, in bed's a different story. You know, take all the time in bed you want, but we don't like to see you sick. I heard that about Candace saying that she had blanked it. Please, guys, don't put that word in here, okay? If you do use other characters, you know, don't spell the word out. And said they will never find her.
Okay, I'm going to do this again. Virgo, I'm not removing you. I'm going to remove that comment.
Y'all go to my channel if y'all can and say a little happy birthday to my son. He's 18 years old today. Miss Christola, we will most certainly will. Nana, remember what I told you about my... Yes, I do. It did it again.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi, Miss Brandy. Hi, John.
Hi, John Davis.
Well, I have to offer the courtesy, guys. Would you either one like to come up? We would love to have you. Child of the Most High, Brent. Oh, okay. Child of the Most High. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
No, I haven't either.
Not much. Did you see my video I put out today?
Child of the Most High commented, never been here before, just finding you ladies, praying for Summer to be found and people to pay for their crimes against her. Much love and God's blessings. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Well, welcome, Child of the Most High.
Yes. And John Davis, it's not my son, it's Christola's son, the one that y'all had blocked last night. You had to undo her son. He turned 18 today. But did you and Brandy see the thing where it says Don will be getting out when his 180 days is up? And all he has to do is 88 hours of community service and pay a fine, and he loses his license for a year. That's it. And it's over.
Reba wants to come up.
Oh, would Reba like to come up?
I don't have a problem with dogs being on the panel. The only problem I have is I can't boop their noses through my screen.
Well, Reba, John, or Brandy, if y'all would like to come up, you're more than welcome. Has anybody heard anything from or about Candace? She's been awfully quiet. I did find a new address for her, and it's not in Tennessee. Is it down in Georgia?
I thought she was in South Carolina. But then again, I'm only going on what we've been told that we've now come to know as bullshit.
Right. In the beginning I'm beginning to wonder if higher ups aren't with this administration. Whoa. Well, happy birthday, Laura Croft. It's your birthday today, too. Yes, it is awful. It really is. Because I thought at least he would be semi-locked up in rehab to give everybody a little bit more time to try to figure out what happened to that baby before he's just turned loose and able to go and do what he wants to do. Please be careful in chat with sensitive words for the algorithm. Get creative and shits or use
symbols or alternate words. Hey, I wanted to tell Robin something. We're chatting back and forth in chat, but it's going to be too much to type out.
Okay.
As far as the puppies, we were at a friend's reception after his wedding, and it was at his house in the yard, and he's got all the guard puppies, and he says, don't go near the garage. Those two are vicious, and they are strictly guard dogs. 10 minutes later, nobody can find me. So they all look over, and I'm sitting in the middle of the garage floor in between these two pit bulls getting kissies.
Oh.
So much for vicious guard dogs, right?
Yeah, Discovering Truth says, nope, not in Georgia or South Carolina either, and I don't know why she moved to this state. Oh, she moved? Because as far as I know, she don't have any family there. Kathy says, I know a couple of people that had to do rehab and had to have the breathalyzer machine on their vehicles for 2 years on their first DUI violation. How many violations does this make Don? Well, it was the first, but
Oh,
evidently while he was in court, they dropped all those charges. It says he's got to do 88 hours of community service, give up his license, they're revoked for 1 year, and pay $350 fine for driving, for getting the DUI. But it also states that when he went to court, they dropped all those charges. So the best I can figure is he's doing the 180 days and he's coming out, and that's it. He's not going to have to do anything else.
No, hey, Regina Smith says, I'm sorry, this is so sad. I can only take hearing about summer in small doses. I hope everyone here has the most blessed day. Love y'all. Justice for summer in Jesus' name's sake.
Have a great day, sweetheart.
I think we all understand that. A lot of us can only handle summer in small doses because it gets us worked up.
I don't know, honey. It's from what I can understand, the papers that I've got, it shows that it's been like that since the get-go. I believe Don is getting by way too easy. It does make you think what is going on in that town. It absolutely does. I mean, how is he getting out with just a slap on the wrist? Lawson says Don's problem was alcohol, but didn't mention the crack, meth, opioids, coke, and all around pedo. Right? And now they don't even think he needs rehab for anything?
Yeah, I want to know, weren't you telling me earlier when we were on the phone that when they gave him a pee test that he was clean?
Yeah, clean of all drugs. That's
I call
what he says.
BS. There
That
is
he,
no way.
when they did the toxicology report on him, it showed no drug usage and it showed a 0.13% blood alcohol level that night.
I believe the blood alcohol content, but I call BS on drugs. I think that's somebody pulling some strings and doing some favors.
I didn't get papers. I went online and I was actually looking for anything on donwells today, just anything. And when that popped up, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He's supposed to be getting 6 months of rehab. And started looking at it, and there was also one I found in there. I talked about it earlier, where it says that the baby got gone from her house, that she was downstairs playing in the basement with her toys when later that evening her mother went to look for her and the basement was empty and the door was unlocked. That's the first time I've heard that scenario. Ellie are corrupt. That whole town is, everybody has something on each other. That's why no one will speak. I believe it, sweetie. Jay is going live with Teabag's competency results.
Well, as far as her competency results, she has had more than 3 evaluations now. She cannot be found incompetent. She's trying to play the crazy role.
Who's had 3 evaluations?
Letitia Stout. We were talking about it earlier about Gannon.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Edna. Says, love your channel. I'm also trying to not say what I really feel about this travesty of justice for summer. I get to thinking about it all, and I believe something is rotten in Tennessee. Not all of Tennessee now.
And we can't say all of Tennessee.
Hello, Mr. John.
What's up?
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm good.
Tell us what you think.
What was the second thing you said again?
About the baby? That was
You
it
said it.
was huh?
Go ahead.
That it was reported that she was in the basement playing with her toys, and when her mom went down there later that evening, not 2 minutes later, but later that evening, the basement was empty and the door was unlocked.
You remember what I was telling you the other day?
Refresh my memory.
I bet their statements to TBI don't necessarily match the stories we've heard.
Right.
I could buy that. Couldn't you?
Yeah, I just thought it was weird because I had never heard that one. You know, I mean,
Right.
I've heard all of them, but I've not ever heard that one. But at
I
least
could buy that one.
yeah, that like I said, that at least that one actually states that there was a time period where she did not know where that child was at.
Yeah, and it wasn't 2 minutes either.
No.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Where you seen the thing about his sentence? That looked legit. Where you seen that?
Yeah, it was on the news reports on like Channel 11 news and stuff.
God, I could swear that's not the way I heard it.
It's not. Hang on a second. I've got it right here. I've got them. I can show you where I got them from. Hang on a second.
Well, I'm not questioning it. I'm just
No,
asking.
I know. I'm just wanting to look for myself and see where I hate this little stupid thing.
Hey, I got a question for John,
What?
which I hope he knows I'm only joking. Are you still pissed at me from the other day for whatever I did?
Hey, I told Nana that was because my internet wasn't worth a shit, and I didn't feel like interrupting y'all again.
I'm only messing with you. She had told me what you had said. I totally understand that because I wouldn't feel like messing with it either. But it just seems like every time I tried to talk is when your internet dropped, and it's like, okay, he's mad at me for something.
Okay, this first one, Jeff Bobo wrote it, February the 9th, 2022.
Which one is that?
That's
is that about the sentence?
Yeah, it's donwells will serve 180 days in segregation with no chance for work release. But then it goes on to say that he's only going to get the 88 hours of community service and all that.
What is it? Don't mention the rehab?
No.
At all.
It says he was sentenced to 48 hours in jail for the DUI, as well as having his probation from the previous gun possession sentence revoked. He must serve a minimum of 180 days in jail before he is eligible for early release. And hang on a second. Oh, and like I said, and they dropped all the other charges. Right here it is. It says he was also ordered to attend DUI class, serve 88 hours of community service, and pay $1,248 in fines and fees. And then he gets his license revoked for a year.
Only a year.
Was that his first offense in Tennessee?
And the judge agreed with him. That he told the judge that it was his first offense, and the judge said, okay, yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean, if it's his first offense, a year, I mean, that's not exactly the lightest he could have got off. So I don't get dropping all the other things, though. That don't make no sense to me.
No, it don't.
Damn, he's going to be out soon, man.
Yeah, he is.
Too soon.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. We didn't realize you were there.
Yeah, I'm in the background over here. I'm listening.
Hi, Brandy.
Well, you need to just boot your old man over and jump up there.
Hold that while I'm working for real.
Okay.
Don't hang.
I'm here. We're grilling out. John went to check on the stuff.
Well, that's awesome.
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
how'd you find out about Don and where he's getting out? Was that in the paperwork or is that new information?
No, it's not new information. Evidently, supposedly, it's been out there since February the 9th. Jeff Bobo wrote about it.
Oh, well, that's crazy. You'd think he would at least have to finish treatment.
Yeah, you would think. You would think that they would order it. I mean, they in one paper it does say that they ordered it in
Right.
court, but in everything else that I could find, it said that they had not ordered that, or they
Right.
didn't mention ordering it. Put it that way.
Yeah. He definitely has a problem, and going to jail is not, any kind of counseling or therapy. So when he gets out, he'll just have the same issue.
Exactly, he is. He'll be drinking and doing drugs, and Lord only knows what to any
Right.
child that he may run up on.
Yeah, it's scary.
Like I
Yeah.
said, he supposedly should be sober in there and should be going through withdrawal and self rehab, but who knows what's getting snuck in there to him.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, they say it's easier to get drugs in jail than it is on the street.
I just feel like Hawkins County is so corrupt, and if Don's got any of them in his pocket for whatever reason, they're probably taking in whatever he might want.
Trust me. I mean, I don't know about Hawkins County, but I know in Cott County, I've known several people to go in and out of there over the past few years. And trust me, if they're addicted to something, that's the least of their worries. They're worried cigarettes. I mean, because the drugs are in there.
Right.
They don't have to do without the drugs.
Yeah. I'm sure if they have money or something to trade, I'm sure they can get whatever they want.
Well, we can only imagine what Don's trading.
Yeah.
Don's wearing Kool-Aid lipstick right now.
Do you guys have any idea what Chris McDonough is going to be talking about with Candace this evening, or to Candace, about Candace, or?
Oh, is he having an interview with Candace?
Yeah, at 7:00. I don't know if it's with Candace, but it's about Candace at 7:00 this evening.
What's the title?
I don't know.
Let's talk about Candace.
What?
I think it's Let's Talk About Candace.
Yeah.
Well, unless he's got something new, then he's milking that.
Right.
It'd be
Like
nice if we could hear from her, but I haven't heard anything like actual from Candace, and it's been a while.
Well, somebody was saying a minute ago that she's moved out of state.
Oh.
And not.
See, I heard somebody said Georgia, but I don't know if that's correct.
Well, I asked if it was Georgia, and they said no, not Georgia or South Carolina. That the place she moved to, she doesn't have any family there, so they don't have a clue why she picked that place to move to.
Huh. That's strange.
I would love to know the state, if whoever was said that would tell me.
Right. I wonder if her and Dawn are still talking, or are they still in a relationship, or I wonder what's going on there.
I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
I would be surprised if she would talk to Chris. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I'm sure that bridge has been burnt.
I'd
Right.
be surprised if she'd talk to anybody.
I agree.
She talked to Ernie, I bet.
I don't know.
You don't think?
I don't know.
I was thinking probably the only way is if somebody offered her a pretty good amount of money. Maybe she would. Maybe.
Christola, can you yes, Heidi, I see your comment, sweetheart. Please watch what you're putting in the chat. But Christola, can you remove that, please, ma'am?
Hey, Nana, since you got John and Brandy up there, I'm gonna go for a minute.
No,
All right.
don't do that. We ain't gonna be on long.
Okay, well, who's gonna come and clean up my mess if I don't go now?
You can go. You can go, Jen.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, we're just kidding.
Y'all better not take off.
Well,
These ribs look delicious. You
Yeah.
should see these things.
we
Oh.
might for dinner.
Barbecued ribs.
Yeah.
Okay. Cynthia says that CM's show is tonight is titled "The Briefing." Let's talk, Candace.
He done briefed us to death. Unless he ain't got something new, I don't know what he's going to left to brief us about.
Right.
Oh.
Alicia says he's milking it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably what it is. Going over old interviews or, stuff from the past, probably.
Right.
Sometimes you can get good info, but a lot of the stuff everybody already knows. It's nothing new.
What was your question, sweetheart? I didn't see it. Guys, we're going to take a little hint from John Davis, and if you have a question, put a Q before it so that I will take notice to it, okay?
You told him to put a Q in front of the question.
Hey, that shit helps.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of your subs that's come and sub to me that they do put the C or the Q in front of it. And yeah, it does help.
We trained them good, didn't we?
You did. I'm so proud of you guys.
We sent them to you as pros.
There you go.
Awesome. I'm happy about that too.
Yeah. We got great people. Like our chat we don't really get a lot of trolls ever. We might get one or two, but everybody's really nice. So.
Well, you know what? And I believe this because I mean, the worst thing I get is a few bombs every now and then. You know what I mean?
Right.
P-bombs. But no, I done just lost what I was fixing to say. Oh, it's sort of like a woman out here. If she's out here looking for a decent man, if she portrays herself as a decent, a lady, and doesn't allow somebody to treat her anything less than a lady, then that's how they'll treat her. But if she goes out here and acts like she's anything less than a lady, that's how she's going to be treated. And if you allow people to come in your chat and act up and talk dirty and carry on, then that's what you're going to do.
And especially if you respond back and argue with them, that's what they want you to do,
Right.
You can't give it attention, you know what I mean?
Right. And plus, if you give your subs and your viewers respect, then that's what you'll get back.
Okay, Nana, I'm back.
Yeah.
Are you back?
Yes, I'm not talking about a creator in particular, but some creators, they'll have lives, a whole live about trashing other people, and I don't like that.
I don't either, Brandy. I promise you, honey.
Yeah.
Very few times you'll ever hear me talking about any other creator other than something good.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, we try, other creators get mentioned in here. We make sure that nothing negative is said. I mean, a few things were said about a certain person the other night that you actually accidentally called John Davis. We make sure that wouldn't tolerate it in your chat. So we try not to say anything negative about any other creators.
Hi, May. Yeah, I accidentally started. I got the first two letters out. Okay, just the first two. But you'd have thought I took and broke his legs or something.
You called somebody else your name.
She called me JLR.
Oh. Oh, he'd be okay.
He'd be all right when the swelling goes down.
Yeah, trust me. I've got great respect for you and John both, so I would never do anything or say anything to upset your husband's feelings. I wish Ronnie Lawson would at least say who is not a suspect. Well, he can't, honey, because all of Hawkins County evidently is still a suspect.
Well, if anybody got a good look at my granddaughter, I'd be a suspect.
Hey, Nana.
What, babe?
Did you see it when Sherfy Sr. said that Sherfy Jr. was a suspect in Madeline or Eden Boswell? Evelyn, there you go.
I don't remember. I do know that there was supposed to have been a connection, and I always thought it was just because he lived he was like 4 minutes from her house.
Yeah.
They tried to make a school connection, but he was so much older than Megan that they couldn't even connect that. So they connected it to, well, they lived a couple minutes away.
Okay.
What I thought was weird though was for the dad to bring that up, because I know I didn't know it until I heard him say it.
Right.
If you're out to defend your son, that's not a very good tactic.
Right. That's an interesting way to spell Carol, by the way. I have a theory, but can't get anyone to help me find answers that I believe if we had it would open a can of worms and we would find Summer. Sweet Pea, if you will take and email me, we can have a discussion and see what we can't get done. I don't care one bit to make a video on it, or you're more than welcome to come up on panel and discuss it right now if you want to. Especially while Brandy and John Davis are here.
Yep, I put your email in chat, Nana. I think
All right.
Crystal did too, or Robin, somebody else did.
Carol, yeah. The real sunflower. Has anyone heard there's a crank connection in Casey Anthony's case and Summer's case? What?
Kronk. Are we talking about the football player Kronk?
I don't have a clue.
Which the only reason I even know that is because he was on Masked Singer. So if they would have just said Kronk, I wouldn't have known who they were talking about. But I can't remember dude's first name, but he was on one of the, I think, last season of Masked Singer. So if that's who she's talking about, I know who he is, but I've never heard of that connection.
No, I've never heard of it either. John, have you?
No. That's new to me.
And I don't think there's, honestly, my opinion, in the Casey Anthony case, I don't think there's any connection. I think she acted completely alone on that because she wanted to live her life.
Ditto.
Bella Vita?
Yep. Beautiful life.
Okay. Hang on. Here it is. It says, I heard whoever that guy is from Casey's case is from Kingsport and related to Andy or someone. But who is that guy in the Casey Anthony's case?
Yeah, Sunflower, is that the football player that I mentioned? I, for the life of me, can't remember his first name.
His name's Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, but they call him Kronk.
They call him Gronk.
Gronk with a G.
Gronk. Gronk.
I've heard it with a K, so you're probably more accurate on that than I am because I don't watch him. The only football I watch is Pittsburgh Steelers, so and I'm sure we'll probably catch hell with that, but oh well.
Yeah, because Robin Eggs already saying Roy Kronk. Somebody else up here said Kronk was a city worker.
Electric company guy. Well, we know that the electric company, the utility guy, did find Kaylee, but I've never heard that he was a suspect or a connection or anything of the sort.
Remain Calm said she's going to look into it.
Well, think about this. Casey never reported her daughter missing. We all know Casey did it. I don't see how there's a connection to anything.
I don't either.
That's a little too deep of a rabbit hole for me.
Absolutely, hon.
You know, and I tell you what, Casey Anthony, her getting up there in line about her dad in court like she did, that makes me even hate her worse.
I know.
Could you imagine
how she got away with that?
Somebody desperate enough to get out of trouble would say something like that on their dad? That's a piece of shit. I don't care if it would have got me out of trouble. I wouldn't have done it.
Hey,
you know what worries me the most is Casey got out of that because she lied so much and they could not disprove all of her lies. And that's where I'm afraid we're standing at with Don and Candace, is that it's going to turn out just like the Casey Anthony case.
God, I hope not.
John, have you or Brandy been having any problems with your computer, your phones, or anything lately?
Yeah, we had a hell of a problem with our computer the other day.
Oh, that's right. You did.
Yep, yeah. I was in there for that.
And your phone, too.
Yes, and we never have trouble.
Okay, well, a lot of people in chat, just like me, myself this morning, their phones are sending text messages and messenger messages and stuff.
I don't know. That's wild.
And I mean, y'all know I've been hearing stuff on my computer. When I had Holly up from Common Sense True Crime, I kept hearing every time I would talk, it would come out of her microphone, and it sounded like somebody scrunching. I don't know if y'all know what that means, but like crunching on ice cubes.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only when I talked, and it would come out of her microphone.
I remember what I told you mine did the other night when it was just laying there on charge, how it started making like the CB noise coming from it.
Yeah.
That actually woke me up out of my sleep because that was coming out of my phone.
A lot of live streams have been being shut off. I wonder why.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't know. That they're
I
all
have
crap.
suspicion that Nana does not agree with me on.
Which is?
I think Nana and I were bugged on a three-way call with somebody that is no longer welcome in this chat.
Yeah, but that wouldn't explain everybody else's phones messing up too.
Unless somehow they have the intelligence to make it go through your lives and your chat, and it's affecting everybody else maybe that has sent you an email or anything.
I don't know. I'm telling you, you're giving Leland too much credit.
Well,
Yeah.
look at what he already did. He conned a psychic. If you're psychic, don't you see that shit coming?
What did he do?
He conned this creator out of a bunch of money and stuff. Her and a friend of hers or her sister that has a channel also.
And merchandise, and
he tried it on us, but we backed out away from him before it got too far. And anyways, he got a lot of money from these people. And the woman's supposed to be a psychic.
Well, let's see. Brandy doesn't know the whole story. First, it was the sympathy bit that he has cancer, which, okay, I feel bad for anybody that has cancer.
It was stage 3. It was stage 3 to start with.
Yep, jumped to stage 4 in a matter of days. And then a day later, it was stage 5, which pretty much does not exist. Then it was the next day, his boyfriend was in a horrible car accident and he passed. And less than 12 hours later, his sister was in a horrible car accident where she got T-boned and she passed.
Oh, wow.
And that was all thrown at me and Nana, and we started getting the phone calls, so we would just put it on three-way. But we started comparing stories, and stories didn't match up, and it was just like, okay, this isn't right. And then I got nosy and went to that other creator's page, and she had put out a big community post about what he did. Because he got her too, and a bunch of other people with hundreds upon hundreds of dollars raised. Scammed her out of merchandise from her channel, which he tried to do to Nana by trying to get her to put blankets in her merch store and everything else.
Hi, Dixie.
Awesome.
Holocene says, Nana, my tablet was fried, totaled, dead, lost everything. All my kids' pictures, crazy. I'm telling y'all, there's something going on with this case.
Nana, we're going to dip out. Dinner's ready.
All right. Enjoy some of them barbecue ribs for me too, guys.
We will.
Good night, John. Good night, Brandy.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, hon. Psychics are liars and deceivers. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been fooled. That's one way of putting it.
I just responded to that and said, exactly. They would have seen that coming a mile away.
Kathy, could that be what happened to the third Bly sister? Could what have happened to the third Bly sister? Oh, I missed it.
I'm looking too because I missed something. Truth and Justice wants to know if they can come up.
Absolutely, sweetheart. Hang on.
Absolutely. I have no problem with that, but then again, it's not my channel, so I just follow your lead.
All right, I'm dropping the link, sweetheart. Just show your face when you come up. And yes, I know I can trust you, but then again, we never know if you are who you are or if you're
Hey,
somebody else.
how many months have I been doing this with you and I always still turn on my cam at the very beginning?
Yep.
Even though we talk for 10 plus hours a day and you know my voice, you know what I look like, but I still do it.
Right. Nana, I thought I was going down a rabbit hole with my tablet problems, but I hear it is happening to many with their phones, tablets, and computers. Mine, absolutely, 100%.
I can
And it
tell you
has
now,
been.
I'm sorry, Nana.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
No, my tablet right now is at 100% charge. If I unplug it right now, you know what happens. It will instantly power off and I will lose everything.
Yes, ma'am. It is posted in the description box under every one of my videos and lives. But I guarantee you, give me 2 seconds and it'll be in the chat because Christola is magic like that.
It's in there, just not the link, but the actual email is in there.
Oh, well, there went no filter. She got it. So it was just putting the thing.
And there's Christola. Christola, You're going to have to email me or call me and teach me how to do links. There's no reason that I should not be able to do this.
How many people, tablets, and PCs been messed with? I don't know. It's one that I know of that's been actually reported to the police, and that was Crystal's Crime Time.
Mm-hmm.
But in here, probably at least in my chat, there's been at least 30 people, 20 or 30 people have talked about it. They were talking about Summer being left something by Candace's father. I said maybe that happened to the third Bly sister. Oh, okay.
Well, didn't I mention that to you the one day that I had heard that the property or whatever money was willed to Summer by the grandfather?
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I heard too. But it don't make any sense that he would have left it with all those grandkids that he had. Why would he have left it to Summer when Janine, I think is her name, was the one that was actually living there with her children taking care of him?
Maybe Summer was his favorite.
I think Crama Mama's PC was erased. Was it hers like 2 nights ago? I don't know, hun. I know it's ridiculous. It's crazy that everybody's stuff is being messed with. I don't know if it's true, but I went to BK's video and watched it. Somebody said that Candace called him to go listen, and he said that she's in Chattanooga, something like that. All I did was watch. Well, honey, I mean, I don't control what you guys do or who y'all go see or watch or whatever. I just would prefer that y'all, leave me here in my chat and don't take me to other people's chats. I mean, as long as it's good, you can, but not BK's, please.
Yeah, I think for the most part, you and I agree on a lot of them, but there's certain ones that I watch that you won't watch, or certain ones that you watch that I won't watch.
Right.
But we don't care who anybody in here watches. We're not going to discriminate against somebody and boot them out just because of who they choose to watch.
Dana, honey, Candace's other sister is named Janine too. There's Candace Rose Bly, Rosemarie Bly, but the one that comes after Candace, because Rose was the baby. And the one in the middle between them, her name is Janine or Jenny or something like that.
I think it's Janine, because doesn't Don have a sister Janine too? No, that's Jeannie, but there's another Janine in there somewhere too. Or they're both Jeannies or something like that. I know.
Yeah, they both have pretty close to the same name.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me, why did Karen Goad not leave that house to any of the Goad girls in Kingsport instead of Dawn? Because Dawn was her child. The goads are not her children. I think both are Genie. Okay. I knew it was something like that. Only 79 likes, everybody. Okay. Yeah, please go hit the thumbs up. Hello, Miss Lips. How are you? Wasn't somebody supposed to be coming up a second ago?
Yes.
I dropped the link.
Who
was it?
I just had to back out really quick. Let me go back in here and find out. I had to back out because I wasn't seeing the likes or anything like that.
You were out doing yard work? Okay.
I think no, that was Carol that was wanting to come up.
Okay. Yeah, she said give her 5 minutes and she'd be coming up. But no, I thought it was somebody else. A lot of creators just bicker for views, and that's okay for their subs, but personally can't sub but have watched because honestly it can be interesting, right?
Cynthia Mills says down here, it's not up on yours yet. Says, wonder if Lawson is behind the computers, phones, etc. being messed up. Awfully weird to me. I have a strong feeling that Lawson is in some perverse, sick crap. Sure hope my feeling is wrong. James is here. Hi, James.
Yeah, I saw him. I put his comment up a second ago. Just got here. What are y'all talking about? Who, what, where? Yeah, who, what, where? That's what we were supposed to be talking about, wasn't it? We actually started out talking about the fact that I found stuff online that says that Don's going to be getting out at the end of his 180 day sentence. And basically that's all he has to do. He might get out on early release. Yeah, I can't do the drama stuff either, Alicia. That's why I've basically given up going and watching YouTube, period, when it comes to this case. And I know it sounds bad, but it's not helping anybody. M's Mad World. Hello, M's Mad World.
PJ's Wish says, what about the Utah charges? We already did touch on that, but a quick recap. We have absolutely no clue on anything in definitive on the Utah charges.
Right.
Couldn't get the word out.
Right. That's it, Cat D. It's about summer. That's it, period. Yeah, because we pretty much jump around from subject to subject. I'll probably put out that Marlena stuff behind a paid wall. Well, that sucks. I'm
Yeah, that sucks for those of us that can't afford a paid wall. Let me get out my grappling stuff and we'll just climb over it, Nana.
Nana, forgive me if I am behind now due to fried tablet, but has Don been moved to Jonesboro? I didn't know he was getting moved to Jonesboro, but it didn't say anything about it in the papers, or not papers, but online, the news articles and stuff I've seen today. Thank you, Robin, for putting Lips channel out there. Everybody needs to go and check her channel out and sub to her. Well, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Would you like to come up, Lips? Truth and Justice. That's who it was that asked if they could come up. Hi, sweetheart. Can you hear me?
Did you see me, Nana?
Yes, I sure did, sweetheart.
Okay. Now, okay, I want to be able to see the chat. Okay.
Are we getting it?
Mhm.
I don't think Don will come on YouTube at all when he gets out. You don't think so?
Yep, I just commented back to her. I think that he'll be all over YouTube to try to do damage control.
I'll go and check that out, Holocene.
Yep, I tried to pop Harsh on for a few minutes this morning, but I was running out the door to go to the back cracky doctor and didn't get to see the whole thing.
Right. I can't hear you, Truth and Justice.
You're a robot, honey.
They want you just to, if you want to turn the cam on, you just click that button and click it off.
What, is it on?
No, it's
No, it's not on, Carol.
Click the cam button.
Okay, that's me.
Oh wait, you just got a shot of the ceiling.
Oh, that's my ceiling. See, I'm not computer savvy, guys. I'm sorry.
You're fine, hun.
My niece had to get
I'm
off from
not
work,
either.
and
It took me a week to figure this out.
I had to get my niece to help me, and I'm not
Can you
doing
hear-
well even now. Okay,
I-
here I am.
Okay,
Woo,
hang on.
bad. Okay, you got
I
it?
can hear you, Truth and Justice.
Okay, did you see me?
Yes, I seen you.
Okay, honey. I warned you.
Can you hear me now? Field.
Yes, I
I'm at
can
the
hear
ball
you now,
field.
Truth and Justice.
Okay. Well, I don't have great signal out here. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get on backstage or not. I'm a little nervous too. I haven't been up on a panel for a long time. I took a break from my panel for 10 months.
Oh,
well, this is only the second time I've ever been on a panel, and I'm real nervous.
Oh, who else is up with us?
we have Carol Horn.
Korel.
Oh, hi.
Korel.
Hi.
Horn.
Yes.
The name.
Thank you.
Korel.
It's actually
I like
my
that.
niece's. It's my niece's, and that's her picture, because I'm an old lady and I don't like to run around with my face on YouTube. But
Oh.
anyway, her name was from her mother's name, Michelle, and her father's was Carl with a K.
Oh,
So they put it together, and she's Korel.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
cute.
it is.
Yeah, it's fun. One of my problems is I don't type well, and I don't communicate well in typing in chat. I can
Right.
write a great letter where people understand me, but when I'm just commenting in the sections, nobody gets what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to come up.
Okay. Hey, Korel,
Yes.
hang on one
Yes.
second. Let
Sure.
me let Truth and Justice say what she's gonna want to say, because she's standing out in the wind trying to hold the
Oh,
signal.
bless her heart. Sure.
Oh, well, that's okay. I first want to say that it's so nice to be in a chat. The wind's not bothering you guys, is it?
No, hun, no.
Okay. With peace and calm and no drama. It's been so horrible these last few days between a couple channels. I'm not going to say names. Probably don't have to. But
Which is why I quit going on panels.
You see the camera?
I don't really.
Next to the camera button?
I don't know. I don't want to get a lot of hate for what I want to say, but I think Nana knows how I feel, really.
Feedback.
You're not gonna get any hate, not in here. So say what you got to say, sweetheart. This panel was created so that you'd have a platform to say whatever you wanted to say.
Well, I think, and I'm not particularly saying you guys, okay? I'm thinking all across the board that people have a lot of tunnel vision, and I know that's easy to do. Delphi is very close to my heart. I'm a local from there, and I didn't think another case could suck me in so hard like Summer did.
Right.
But So I know it's easy to get tunnel vision, but these are just my thoughts, because we really don't know what happened.
Right.
I don't know if law enforcement does and if they're just saying they don't, because I just thought it was really strange for them to come out and say what they said. I just thought that was the strangest thing for Pruitt to come out. And if that's really true, for them to let the public know that, you know,
What are we talking about?
when he said we're no further along than we were.
Oh, right.
I just think that was completely, this is just my thought. I thought if that's true, that's stupid for them to let the public know that and let whoever did do this know that. So in the back of my mind, sometimes I go back and forth, but I think they're lying, and which they're allowed to do.
Right.
But I'm just thinking they have to know something. But I could be wrong. But I definitely think that, yeah, Candace was neglectful that day for something, you know, not watching Summer, or maybe she fell asleep, but I do think that, you know, it's been thrown around that, you know, they may have owed somebody a lot of money.
Right.
And I don't think everything Dudley said to be true, but I think maybe the part about Dawn being very upset, acting worried the day before, you know, maybe they did get some threats, and that could explain why some of the things Don has said, and where he talked in past tense, and where he said I'll meet her in the resurrection, and why they are so sure she was abducted.
Right.
Because
May
they,
I ask you a question?
yeah,
When Dudley said that Don was really upset and he saw him in the tub and he had a microwave and he was dodging CPS. Now that really hit home with me, because then she was missing the next day. Why was he upset and dodging CPS? Number one thing, I don't understand CPS letting them know they were coming.
yeah, usually I don't know. And see, that's another thing. I've left comments on Nana's channel and other channels. We don't know anything, you know, everything's hearsay, you know, even, and I'm not going to mention the creator, but she came out with, you know, somebody telling her, and supposedly connection with CPS, and it's all hearsay. We don't have any facts really, except that Summer's missing. It's just all hearsay. But I think they may have known, you know, pay
Well,
up
we
or else.
do have the fact that she was being neglected and abused, if nothing else. I mean, that's pretty well known as a fact, because everybody knows it.
Well, we know they were drinking a lot because we saw them on YouTube doing that.
That's abuse.
So we know that, yeah, they were neglected and they were drinking a lot in front of their kids, and the people that tell the stories of them abusing them physically, they are liars too. We caught them in several lies. So
you know why I think that is? I think those people are coming out now all of a sudden. We tried to call CPS and they were doing this and they were doing that. I think the only reason why they're coming out now is they don't want the police up in those hills checking people out, because there's some mess going on in there.
Yeah.
With the drug dealers and the pedophiles, and there's some stuff going on in those hills.
Yeah. But that's just my thought. I think that they knew there was a threat made, and they could have, and then, as their term, she got gone. And I think they know who she got gone by. And I think they're terrified to say. And especially Candace, because she's all by herself. Well, now no more, she's gone. And why is she gone? Is it because she's terrified, or I don't know. I'm not trying to defend Candace and Dawn. I'm just telling you this is what and I thought this from the day. I mean, I have a Christian friend that lives there in Tennessee, not in that area. She drove down there in that area, and she said she got this feeling come over her, told her to get out, get away, and don't go back. But I told her when this first happened, I said, I'm telling you, I think this is what's happened. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I don't think they killed Summer. I don't think there was an accident. I don't think she was dead in the car. I don't think she died days
I believe
before.
she's alive.
Okay, well, truth and justice, then where would she be?
I hope she is alive. I hope she is alive.
I truly believe she is.
Okay.
I
But
believe
in a
that's why there's
situation,
I
in a
believe that's why
situation
there's
like
not
that,
a lot of tears and stuff.
in a
Ladies-
situation like that, though, you know.
Ladies,
I'm sorry,
hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Now, LeBrer says sometimes if CPS can't get a hold of the people to interview them, they will tell them they need to see them just to close out the case. Now hold up before we go jumping. In Tennessee, they do call you up and they say, hey guys, we have gotten a report on you and we need to come and see you and speak with you and speak with your children and see your house.
Well,
The only time they do not call you up is when they are coming to pick your child up.
Right.
And they'll bring the police with them.
And I truly believe that that's why he got gone from there and Candace took off that day. I don't believe the boys were at the house. They didn't want CPS to see that house and the conditions those children were living in. And they didn't want the children talking to CPS.
But
Right.
why? But the only thing that makes me disbelieve that is why would they have left the boys there 2 more weeks?
They left them there 5 weeks.
Okay, 5 weeks, yeah, because it was July. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Allegedly, I heard through the grapevine that the sheriff's department and CPS, and no, this did not come from Don B's channel, but that they were having a disagreement on whether or not to remove the boys.
See, that's what I hate about CPS. I'll tell you, I'll be very frank with you. I don't trust the system because I've seen them fail too much.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
If one child is in danger in the house,
then all of them are. Yeah.
And they'll take those children and put them in worse situations on top of that.
Look at Harmony. Look at all these children. I can't remember the name of the child, but the adopted or the foster family begged them not to put the child back. They did. Then the child died. Yeah.
What about those 2 little boys that were adopted and taken away from their parents because they smoked marijuana, and they gave them those people who murdered them, adopted them and murdered them?
CPS has failed a lot of children, a lot of them. Yes, including Oakley.
I mean, I'm not going to say there aren't good people with good hearts that work there, but they have failed so many children. I don't trust the system. I don't. I mean, if they're...
Honey, to be honest, we can't trust the world.
Exactly. But from what I understand, CPS wanted to remove the boys right away, but the sheriff's department did not.
Well, it's not up to the sheriff's department. It's up to
I think
judge.
it's because they wanted to keep the boys around and try to figure out what was going on.
They would be easier to figure that out if they were in custody, because then they could go in and speak with the psychologist.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
And that was proven in the Joe Clyde Daniels case with his older brother.
But the horrible thing is you have to be very careful when you're talking to children who've been traumatized like this. So they would have to kind of just walk around and wait for the children to be ready to talk to them.
Yes.
You can't ask them that kind of questions.
Korel, I have a video that shows what Joe Clyde Daniels' brother, when they interviewed him with the psychologist to find out what happened to Joe Clyde, it shows the whole thing. It shows the psychologist and how they go about questioning them. And they don't actually come out and ask them what happened. They let them tell stories.
It's just very confusing because they didn't take the children prior to Summer disappearing, which it's evident that this situation didn't happen. And then, it seems like the police don't have the same leverage with children as CPS does. And they're not trusting one another and working together on the benefit of these children.
Get up here. I agree.
I think LE wants to solve the case, and I think CPS is trying to protect the children. And there's a conflict there when it comes to something that's horrible, like Summer missing. If we were just talking about the boys, it could be fixed.
Well, Pruitt did say something to that effect, that it's bleeding over into, and that's what I took from it, that there is somewhat of a conflict.
Child of Most High, would you like to come up and say something, hon? And we've got to remove your comment. I was taken into foster care. I was I was abused mentally, physically. My second foster home was Christian, wonderful, and got us back home with our parents. And please understand, it's just because I don't want to get flagged. I'm having enough trouble.
Yes, stop. I removed the comment. I didn't remove him.
Right.
I didn't remove them, but I removed the comment.
Thank you.
Maxie, stop it.
Charlie says he's on his cell phone, Jen.
Let me know when you want to hear my theory. Because
go ahead, honey. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm going to drop down because I can't see the chat in the sun. So
okay,
thank you so much.
You're
welcome. Nice to
anytime
talk to you.
It was really nice talking to you.
Okay, bye. I got to figure out how to get out of here though, because
I can do that for you. Truth and Justice, you can email me, sweetheart, and we'll figure out a way to talk from there. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just boot me off, please.
Okay.
I believe I have a great theory, but my problem is I need some major questions answered that I can't get anybody to help me with. And because I am not computer savvy, I don't even drive. I'm homebound and I'm disabled. And so I've got a lot of questions that I think if I could find the answers to, this could be unraveled quickly. Number one thing, I'd like to know why Tim Mullen appeared and inserted himself to the extent of what he did. And I can't figure out who was paying him, who hired him. Why did he just walk up and say, "Oh, I feel sorry for y'all. I think I'll run a business on your behalf"? I've never understood that. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me give you my theory first, and then y'all will understand where I'm coming from. I believe she's alive. I believe that Robin, several other people, even Allie, who's not, proven to be a great mother herself, all tried to call CPS. I believe even the church tried. But they couldn't get anybody to do anything. Now, let's remember, because I think a lot of people are forgetting some stuff from the very beginning. Don started going to that church because he was doing community service.
That's what I had heard as well.
That's what I put in my video today.
That's exactly right. Now, then Robin has been known to make the statement. The theory I've got, I get this information straight out of the person's mouth. I'm not reading chat, and I'm not listening to other creators. If I wanted to do that, I would start my own YouTube channel.
Right.
Because I tried to go up on one panel to give them this theory, and the very next day, another YouTuber made a whole video on what a piece of crap I was. And what a liar and a fake I was.
Oh, wow.
And that's not what I'm here for. I could care less about whether people like me or not. It's just like a lot of people around the world have been drawn into this Summer case because we're empaths. It's hit us in the heart, not just in the US, but in the UK. Michelle Watts makes a video every day. These people are torn. And there is so much bad going on in the world that we need hope. And we need miracles, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
And those all come from God. Now, I'm not going to even, I'll tell you why I got blasted on the internet. Because I tried to explain to the YouTuber, I asked them if they were open to the thought of psychics. And she said, absolutely. And I said, okay, it's not about that, but I am an empath, which is a type of psychic. Now, I said, here's the thing. I could start a whole nother YouTube channel about psychics, but I don't care about that. I don't care who believes me. I don't care who thinks I'm a kook. I just want them to hear my theory and answer my questions. Here's my theory. Donnie and Candace aren't smart enough to keep the FBI dumb.
Right.
All the people in the hills, the TBI, LE, for 12 months. So they've got backing. And I believe that backing is the church.
Right.
And I believe Robin.
They were served paperwork, Alicia, and their rights were taken already.
Yeah, April 11th.
Okay. So I believe that Robin befriended them and took over Lebanon, Summer, and the church because they were keeping their eye on her.
Right.
Now, I believe that the church, number one thing, if I could get an answer, and I've heard it over and over and over, the church has an adoption program. They own an orphanage. Now, when you adopt a child in a private adoption,
Has that
you about got to get enough to break Fort Knox to get information.
Right.
Oh,
The
yeah.
church knows that. So I believe that Robin and David Dotson, this is another thought I want people to answer. The night she came missing, she called Dawn, she called 911, she called Robin, and then she called Jackie Dotson.
Not Jackie Dobson. No, it
I mean
wasn't.
Jackie Dotson,
No,
the
David
flute player.
Dotson.
Okay, I'm sorry, I get the name. The flute player. Okay.
Right.
Now, why would she have his cell phone number? And she had Robin's too. And why
What
out of all
lips?
the people would she call them?
Oh, my husband came bugging me.
Oh, okay.
Because the church is backing them. That's my opinion.
She
Now,
called
also,
and Leslie, and she called Marlena and other people too.
also, did anybody take note of how Robin acted in that interview about that
Yeah.
night?
Yeah.
She acted like they were giggling off to a picnic.
Korel, hang on a second. Lips, what did you say? You said she called other people?
Oh yeah, she called Allie and Leslie. She called
Later, yes.
Yep, she called Marlena. She called lots of people.
Yeah, but my point is she called them first. And, you know, I heard out of Candace's very own mouth, and I can't remember, it was on an interview or something with somebody. And she said, when I saw her missing, I drove all up in the holler and everywhere I could think of to find her. I even drove to our church.
No.
Wait, honey. I'll tell you exactly what I heard out of her mouth. And somebody said, the church up the road. She said, no, our church. And somebody said, why would you do that, Candace? And it's 45 miles away. She said, I don't know. I was just so hysterical that for a minute I prayed she'd be there.
Honey, I'd say that she was lying through her teeth again because there wasn't enough time for her to.
No, she drove.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
what their church was an hour away, 45 minutes away, something like that.
She made
I
the
haven't
person
recorded
talking to her made the
Candace saying
statement.
to me,
Was it 45 minutes
Hang,
away?
hang on a minute. Lips, what?
I have it recorded of Candace telling me that when after she called the cops, she left. She drove down to Solomon's church, way down there, and then she went up the other direction to a certain road. She named the road. I'm gonna close my window. And then she went back into the holler, and she said when she got back, the police arrived. So she kind of acted like she got there around the same time, like Don and everybody.
Right. Thank you, Edna. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
But yeah, there's no way she would have made.
Well, I can't prove that, but I know what I heard her say. I know, I just don't know when she said it or
But when you
whatever.
see that
Because
stuff,
originally I'm not into true crime or anything.
Right.
This thing just keeps driving me crazy where I can't sleep at night because I believe I know what's happened here.
Right. Edna says, I just wonder if they hide her in the burlap bag and tied her up in the top of a tree close by.
I watched this thing. I said something about her being up too. I asked about her being up because I watched this thing on YouTube probably, and this guy was testing his dog. So he had had a friend or whatever, go and do all these things. Like he traveled through different terrains, even in the water, and then back out of the water and up, to wherever. And he did all these things. Well, the dog tracked him through all of that stuff. He couldn't find him when he was up.
Right.
Like, great.
Okay. And I would like to make a point about the fact that I've heard Candace say more than one occasion that Robin was Summer's best friend. And that what people didn't understand was Robin was her best friend. And that, Robin was up on the hill smiling and laughing with a group of people up there. I understand support and all, but that woman saw that house as much as we do.
I know.
And that woman has got on the same internet we do.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I heard her stand right out there and say, these poor people, everybody wants to make it so hard just because they poor. Now, I'm sorry, Robin, you don't drive that kind of vehicle and do the amount of drugs and alcohol and the lifestyle they live.
Honey.
Because you're
Oh,
poor.
yes, she did. Yes,
Do
she
you
did.
remember Robin also saying that when they came to the church, the first thing they thought was that they were only there for free food?
Absolutely.
Hey, is anybody forgetting what Robin's first husband was in jail for?
I didn't know about that.
Did y'all forget about that?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, selling drugs.
I got pictures of her.
Okay, and I also have something to say. That red truck belongs to Robin.
Hang on, honey. Let Lips. I had a few questions I wanted to ask Lips.
Sure.
Yeah, I got pictures of Robin partying and stuff, and a lot of her old addresses where she's been in Mormon homes and stuff.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And I do want to say allegedly about all that I just said about Robin, but I have seen the picture of her ex-husband. So.
Oh my, see, this is just strengthening my theories.
So, Lips, you said that you have that information. We were talking about on John's channel last night about Marlena.
Okay, which part?
All of it about Marlena, but mainly about where you were talking about where she was referring to the baby walking on the road at 7:00 and all that.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you could email me and maybe we could get in touch so that we could talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Because are you going to the vigil?
I was until I got threatened and I seen other people being threatened and stuff, and I would have to have my daughter with me.
Right.
At home, but she can't. And the main reason, I'm not scared or anything of that, but the main reason is I would have to bring my in-law with me to help me with my daughter, and she carries a gun.
Right.
And she's not afraid to shoot. And I would hate to be the cause of somebody shot because
of a J6 situation.
No, it'd be a G situation.
It'd be a what?
A DG situation.
DG.
DG. Justice for the kids.
Oh.
I can't get the keyboard to come up. I gotta figure out.
Jen, do you got anything you want to add, babe? You're staying awful quiet.
I'm listening and paying attention to chat. I, at this point, really have nothing of value to add to that part of the conversation. So that's why I'm being quiet and letting everybody else have the floor. I talk too much anyway.
I do too, so you guys.
Well, I'm hoping I get to do this time, and it just sets y'all's minds to thinking, and I can bow out.
Well,
I'm just an old lady that loves this little girl for just because I do.
I got lots of theories. Well, not lots, but a few. But
I would love to hear them.
Down to facts, it's different.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If I could get the facts of who Tim Mullen was and why. I believe Tim Mullen worked for the church, and I believe he was there to keep everybody's eyes off of the church. But I believe he was there to hold the narrative another direction.
Well, that's what we're all looking for, though, is the answers to all these questions.
Right.
Has any.
He went after Michael Vaughn's family too, though.
Well, I don't know about Michael Vaughn's case. I've never had a gut feeling about him, and I never even really looked at it.
The case doesn't matter. The thing is that Tim Mullen moved from Summerwells once there was nothing there on to try to go after Michael Vaughn and to try to, put him out there like he did Summer.
Yeah, he went from their keeper of the year to disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So I just believe that he was there to keep the narrative going a direction away from the church.
He was there to put online and exploit her.
Right. And I believe that Robin was there so that Summer would trust her and all, because I truthfully believe that they came and got her in the red truck that her husband bought from or father-in-law or whatever.
No, honey, she inherited that red truck from her grandfather who had passed away.
The truck that Ellie's looking
and I got
for.
evidence of all that. See, now that's where I can't go with all these conspiracy things, because I have to go with the facts.
Can you move your microphone a little bit closer, babe, so I can hear you a little bit better?
I may not be able to ever find out the truth to the facts. That's why I like discussing it and like people thinking, because honestly, it is one of the biggest things I've ever heard of in my lifetime. And like I say, I don't do true crime or anything.
Right.
But I have never seen one little girl to hold the world's attention like this. And I think it has a lot to do with the church and I mean, okay, hear me out. This is my theory and in my opinion.
Oops.
But I believe that God is tired of all that going on up there.
Right.
And I believe the church, I think they suspected Don or knew Don.
Korel, hang on a second, honey. I've got questions coming in. Okay. Hang on.
Okay, sure.
I thought Robin's red truck had actually been registered 3 different times in a year. And Lips will be able to tell us that. Right, Lips?
What was the question?
That Robin's red truck had been registered 3 different times in a year.
It could have been, because, well, like I said, it would have went from her grandfather, to either her or whatever, and maybe she put it in her husband's name. I'm not real sure on that one, like who it's been registered to and why. But it was something from her grandfather. But now there was that Ethan Wise stuff. You guys remember that?
The what?
Ethan Wise, that little kid that had.
Yeah, that's who she supposedly sold the truck to.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's that. I see now that's where I'm going. I'm not real sure, and that makes sense, because that's where I had to stop with my conspiracies, because I don't like to speculate. But I had all kinds of pictures and stuff of Ethan Wise. I found his home. I found all kinds of things, and he does live next door to another church. And,
right.
But then people started saying, and I couldn't never find any proof of this, that was like a woman's shelter or something, and Summer was there, and people started going crazy with it.
Oh no, see, that's crazy.
Yeah,
hang on, Korel.
I stopped in that whole department because people just took it all crazy. Like, I just couldn't. The more facts I put out, the more crazier they got with it. So
You know, Lips, the
Yeah.
reason why I came to my theory was because of the fact that Robin marked out that red truck on those flyers
there was a reason why. I forgot. I was just told to.
because LE
Oh,
said they were still looking for it.
Yeah, Jody Sue told her the red truck was. I think Jody Sue. Yeah. Anyway, somebody told her the red truck was already like found and talked to or whatever, and so that's why she did it. But it did make her look a little guilty.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why she would do that. I mean, who made her the truck?
She did it to her flyers. You know, she was told. She's a
I
pretty
guess.
helpful lady.
Oh, I think she's a wonderful person. I'm not saying anything about Robin at all. People get angry at me about this theory because I believe
But-
Robin took her.
But
the fact is, she took her because she is a good person.
Yeah, hang on, Korel. Let Lips finish saying what she was trying to say.
With the Ethan Wise thing, I can tie Ethan Wise back with Robin, and but what's weird is that Robin has claimed at least twice that I can find before I quit researching her that her father died 2 different times, one in
Right.
2019 and one recently. Well, the one recently is the same as same name and everything as Ethan's grandfather. Great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for Lips. When you're done, honey, I have a question for you.
Okay. Well, so that red truck, I mean, I can tie, you know, like the red truck with Ethan's grandfather. There's pictures in there of him, and stuff, and with Ethan having it, but I can't find the same red truck that Robin's showing pictures that her grandfather gave that to be the same red truck that Ethan has. So that I don't know. It got a little crazy for me. But yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Jen, go ahead.
Oh, my question was, Lips, what do you know about the red truck being tied back to 101 Ben Hill? Do you think that was just a clerical error, or do you
No, I found
think that they were trying to throw people off the scent?
No, I found 101 Ben Hill, and it's the house on the corner. Where the chambers.
Okay. So what is your theory on why it would be registered to 101?
Well, on Google Maps, all the way back to like, I think it was still dated to 2019. There is a red truck in that driveway. So I don't know. And it does, I think. If I
Thank
remember,
you, Dana. That's what I've been saying.
yeah, if I remember right, they're also saying that Jody Sue's truck, her mom's truck or whatever, had letter X on it until that day.
Right.
Nana, you know who I have spoken to that I've been trying to get up here with us that I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Right.
I had jumped on, I was on his page the other day,
Yes.
and he has that same truck, that same model, same color in his driveway as well.
Isn't that weird? And he made a video. Andy made a video of it. If it's the same person.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
There's a connection there because not a connection, allegedly, hypothetically, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that picture that I put out the other day that looks so much like Summer came from that direction.
Hey, you told me that.
Oh.
But like I said, I've actually spoken to that man, and my heart of hearts tells me that he is so far from being involved in this that
Then
he
why
just
are you
got
bringing up the fact that he's got that truck?
He did it himself. He made a video of his red truck and just like was like, look at this. I've been trying to get it running for so long, and it's finally running. If it's the same person, I'm thinking.
said something that he's proud about his fleet of vehicles that he's been working on for so long.
Yep. Same person.
Okay, so Lips and I are on the same page as far as that goes.
Yep.
I got some other questions about why in the world would Robin go on vacation to North Carolina
That's
and
where
try to celebrate.
That's where Ethan is. That's where I can tie her back to that church.
Okay. it doesn't matter why she went there on vacation, but to have an early birthday party for Summer and nobody, no parents,
I know.
nobody. Why
Yeah,
did
but-
she do that on her vacation?
But that's still alleged.
Right. Because the
Okay.
birthday party that I heard that was in North Carolina was over at Shannon's house. But it never
Really?
happened. Mm-hmm.
Well, see, it's in my theory. I believe that possibly Robin took her first to North Carolina. Now, here's my problem. This is where it ends for me because I don't know from there where she went. But
Right.
I am getting a lot of connections that are kind of strange about Boone, North Carolina. And something tells me that whoever adopted her was a very generous donator to the church. It was probably somebody who wanted a child desperately.
Okay, allegedly adopted her. We don't know that's the
Yes,
case.
I'm all of this is allegedly, honey. This is my theory and my opinion only. Okay. It's very hard to continue with my train of thought and keep saying that over and over and over.
Right.
I'm being 100% honest when I tell you I very well could be 100% wrong. But I just think that if some of these questions were proven, like it's to my understanding, I've heard through the grapevine and I've felt it in my gut that Robin has something to do with the adoption program of that church.
Who said there was an adoption program?
Well, I saw articles from that FDLS or LDS church that they go to that they're very, very much involved in the adoption of children.
That's
Pardon?
LDS. This is Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay, well, same one, honey. I can't keep those straight either because it doesn't matter to me about the
It's
denomination.
important.
I'm not here to judge the church.
Oops, I'm writing that a million times. I don't know why.
I'm just saying that, in my opinion, if Summer is alive, like I believe, she is living her best life. Part of me hopes they never find her. And it's for that reason. So it's kind of a bittersweet situation. And I believe that if I'm right and Robin did have something to do with her adopting out to a better family, she did it with love in her heart. And the problem is, kidnapping is breaking the law.
That's right.
So
and
it's
Robin
wrong.
would be guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
So
And
it's
Robin
wrong.
wouldn't be showing her.
But
There'd be a
in
lot
her
of more
heart,
eyes. There's too many facts showing otherwise.
Right.
You can have a
but
witch.
I believe in her heart
You can have
that
witch
she would
hunters
take
at
the
house.
risk.
Nah.
Okay.
CPS would have been called first. She would have done something else. Would have been done. I don't think she would have broke the law to. I don't know. Not this
Right.
one. Not this one.
All right. Korel, I'm gonna let you go down, hun. Let me finish this
Okay,
conversation.
sweetheart.
with
Y'all
Liv,
have
okay?
a good one.
You too, sweetheart.
And thank you so much.
You're welcome, hun.
Oh yeah, I was gonna turn my volume up. Forgot. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, I've done lost my train of thought.
You're okay. Bring yourself back.
I'm trying, hun. I'm trying.
Right.
It was like going back to who was it? 423 Chase or whatever his name was that put that story out that grandma took her to save her life and blah blah blah. How stupid! Everybody wants to praise people that say that actually happened or that could have happened. The plain and simple fact is, guys, if somebody was wanting to save that child, go pick her up. Say you're taking her to lunch. Run her to the sheriff's department. Take her to the Department of Human Services. Take her to the damn hospital. Prove that she's been messed with and do it the legal way.
Thank you for
Yeah,
saying
don't just take
that.
her.
I need to leave here and go have a beer or something. I didn't know what to think. Thank you for saying that. Yes. I have to try to stick to the facts too. Like I said, I can go off on my theories and my theories, pretty much kind of go along with some of the things, that are out there, the facts that are out there, but there's not that many. And nobody knows, like, where she went from that hill. You can't even speculate where she went from that hill, really, because we just don't know. There's
Right.
nothing that says, she left that dang hill.
We know one thing for sure. One thing, and that's it. And that's not that she is missing. We don't even know that.
Nope.
We know that the public does not know where she is at. That's
Yep.
the only thing that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Because-
know one other thing.
What?
Her daddy's in jail.
Yeah. And my big thing is, why is it always Summer and then the boys? Summer and then the boys, or the boys and then Summer? They're a family. They're all a family. Like, shut up. If one's in danger, they're all in danger. Like,
Exactly. And CPS does not come in and investigate on one child. They may come in to investigate because there was an accusation about one child. But if they were to find out that something happened to Summer, they're not going to say, oh, well, we just need to remove this one child.
Not at all. No.
Not in the state of Tennessee, anyways.
Hi, Diamond. Yeah, not at all. Yeah. No, not up here either. And I'm in Michigan, so it's crazy. And I watch our court cases here on YouTube. They live stream them, and after 24 hours, they take them down. Like, yeah, there's just no way.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
make me dinner.
Tell him how it is, girl.
Make me a salmon.
So, are you friends? Were you friends with them before?
No. I never became friends with her. I contacted her with just question after question after question. And eventually, not even really eventually, kind of right away, she answered it. But I was nice to her. I let her talk and just, tell on herself and stuff. But, I mean, I can't say I wasn't friendly. I just never, after talking to her, what are my feelings? Oh, my gosh. My feelings, they're starting to fade now that she's kind of out of the picture, but my feelings is that she definitely did something. But I can't get Jody Sue out of the picture. I just can't. She's involved somehow.
Well, see, I'm hung up on Marlena the same way.
Really? Because I can't get a read on her whatsoever other than she's just lying nonstop. She will not be real with me at all.
Marlena?
Yeah. I've tried it all. Like, I've tried giving her like little stories of my life. I've tried, I gave her freaking money, like $20 here and 10 there, when she said she was, whatever. But she still, even then, hasn't given anything. She will not talk about a damn thing. I asked her for a certain story about just her when she was there and saw anything. And it's so hard for her to come up with something like that. It's crazy. So then the story she did give me was something that I've already heard on YouTube too, about, the oldest boy getting a doobie handed to him and he was drinking beer. Like, I've already heard that. Mama G. Right. So it's great. It's just weird that, and she has CPS on her ass big time.
Well, I would love it if somebody, now I probably couldn't do it myself, but I would love it if I could get somebody to call John Pruitt out about her going around threatening people with him.
I know. I asked her flat out if she had any relations or anything, like not a relationship, but like if she was related at all to Pruitt, and she told me no.
Okay, Jen, you got this for just a second, hon?
And then I asked her about that other person you said too, and she's like, nope. She told me no like 3 or 4 times here. I'll read it.
Okay, now you just said that about Jody Sue. Do you think she's directly involved or just has some kind of knowledge that she is skirting around?
Oh man, the more that goes on, the more I feel she's directly involved. But I just had a feeling that she was just kind of like indirectly involved. Like after something happened, Candace brought her in or something. I can't I don't know. I just can't.
See, I can't sit and listen to her psychobabble,
No, me neither.
but I don't get that feeling that she is directly involved. I think she wants to make herself relevant because she might have some type of info.
Right, right.
So she talks her babble for hours upon hours.
Well, she also
I think her direct.
like there was a thing where Andy had a story, and he said, you know, wait till I tell my story. And I guess he like offered it to whoever for like $500. Well, Marlena, Jody Sue did a live, and she was talking about having to go strip for 2 nights to get that $500 because she wanted to hear his story, and she was
Oh
like,
God, it's a scary thought.
I know. She used to strip, and she apparently still does amateur stuff. I don't know.
I'm back, guys.
I do think that she knows something inside of all of her psychobabble, if anybody could ever decipher it. I think she has some sort of inside knowledge, but no direct contact in the whole thing.
Now, getting back to Marlena, Angelina
She was
Smith says, in my opinion, Marlena was possibly the one in the truck with CB and SW laying on the milk jugs. The other person that says no. And I 100% agree. And I believe she's the one that filmed it with her phone and then sent it to Candace on the 15th.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up her voice for you guys. I'll try it on my phone.
I'm with you on that one now.
Yeah, I'll let you guys hear her voice. You can tell. Ah, my folder's empty. No.
So do you think that's a possibility, Lips?
In her being in the truck? I don't think so. I can't figure out who. What?
Happy Haggis says she's afraid this is going to become a cold case. I think with all of the YouTube and social media attention that Summer is getting, I don't think that's going to happen. Because all of us here on YouTube that keep her name out there aren't going to let it go cold, which therefore is going to put pressure on LE or FBI or TBI if we can get FBI involved.
Oh, geez. They're starting that trial, I guess, some kind of trial about J6 2020.
So do you feel like it was Grandis in that truck? Since you said you don't think it was Marlena, do you feel like it was Grandis?
I do. So to me, that's her voice. I talked to Grandis plenty of times. Like, I do. You don't think so, Lisa? You guys, she only said no. How can you say it is or it isn't? Like,
I feel like Grandis's voice is a 10-pack a day smoker gravel.
It is.
I just can't picture her saying no that softly.
Right. With that young of a voice. That's
right.
That's what we're looking at, the young voice.
Yep.
I know it.
Not that anybody's opinion is wrong in any way. It's nice to hear varying opinions.
I gotta try to figure out how to
For all we know, we might all be wrong.
Yeah.
It was the little green men.
All right, Nana, while you and Lips are up there, I will be right back. Got to run to the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how I can get traffic lights. Oh, geez. I'm not a robot, I promise.
Okay. My son is asking you all to do something, but let me find out exactly what the title is. And he said he's wanting me to tell you guys that he's asking you to watch it so that y'all don't hold it against me.
Uh-oh. How old's your son first?
He'll be 39, his birthday.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
I told y'all it's about J6.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. J6 2020. You can't say that word on YouTube. You get in trouble. I was born in January.
Okay.
My granddaughter was born 2 days after the 6th.
Okay.
You get it?
No.
Okay, my granddaughter's birthday is January the 6th, 2020. What happened in Washington?
Okay. So that hearing's okay.
Yes, that I think it's a hearing or the trial or something.
I'd have to check it out.
But that's what he called me about. I think he says it starts at 8.
Okay, Nana, I'm back. Sorry.
He's a very intelligent man. I mean, all of my kids are, but this one's the one that had the IQ of 146 in 6th grade.
Jeez, oh Pete.
So he's hard to argue with.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But you're the mama. You can still argue.
Oh no, not when it comes to politics and religion. No, my children. I take the credit for raising my kids to be very open-minded and progressive and all that, and learn about the Bible and the good Lord. And my kids surpassed me in the knowledge of pretty much everything. I cannot argue a point with my children at all. I lose every time.
Now, see, I won't debate politics with my son because he gets too pissed. But he won't try to debate with me basically on anything because mom outsmarts him every time. And not saying that he's dumb, he's just not as quick-witted as I am.
Right. Well, my kids are, though. I taught that to them, too, unfortunately. I told them, I said, when I was doing that to yins and teaching, yins weren't supposed to come back at me with my own words. You know,
you know how you always tease me about having your spell check on the phone?
Yes.
My son is the exact same way. And you ask him the definition of something, and he could probably sit there and give you every technical definition out of the dictionary.
Okay. Gemma says, in my opinion, I believe that JBS' son accidentally hit Summer with the tread truck, and they took Summer to the cabin on the Bernard's property, and she blanked there, and they buried on that property, allegedly. I have heard that, but I've heard that part of it, but that when it happened, he freaked. Jody Sue was there. Andy pulls up about the same time. No, Andy hadn't pulled up. Jody Sue was there. They take and put her over on Candace's property. And then when Candace comes down looking for her, she finds her thinking that she wasn't watching her and she got hit. So therefore Candace is freaking. So she asked Jody Sue and Andy to help her deal with the problem.
Oh, but wasn't I having this conversation in your not in a live the other night with somebody, but in the actual chat? That somebody else had the theory about Summer being hit in the road.
I don't know.
If that had actually happened, the dogs would have went beyond the end of that dog trail with Summer's scent. They would have picked up something, or there would have been blood or something in the road.
I agree.
I mean, that wouldn't have,
right,
the scent, regardless of if they, say it rained for 10 quick minutes. The scent would still be there.
No, she just doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. But
who doesn't know?
Candace keeps saying that.
Oh yeah.
Never changed it. I just don't.
Oh yeah. Oh,
right,
Candace.
They could have placed her on the Bernard property until Dawn could have done something. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the one that didn't get searched, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, neither did all 11.2 acres of Dawn and Candace's property.
I thought they got searched the whole. That's what they were doing the whole time.
Mm-mm.
Whoa.
That I don't know.
Where were they searching then? They said their property's been searched like 7 times. I don't know that, but none of us really know.
I think from what I heard, it was only basically the main area of the property, which would probably be like, an acre to 2 acres. But all 11.2, they refused to search, and the law enforcement never obtained a search warrant for that.
Remain Calm says, well, Jody Sue Brown did have an issue with animals passing away quickly. 2 cats and a dog buried on that property.
Well, I had a video that I had just happened to catch. Candace saying, "Hey, Puddles," and then she called him Puds or whatever. She's like, "Your daddy's coming to see you today, Puds," and this is on my channel. And Jody Sue saying that her dog is the father of Puddles and Lucky and all those guys. Yucky. So what was it? Who was coming to visit the hill? It had to have been whoever has the dog, like Andy or whoever. And
Right.
this is like November.
Okay,
Wow.
Truth and Justice says they stopped at Jody Sue Brown's feet out
Yeah.
of her mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, out of her mouth, but there's supposedly a video of it that has never turned up.
Oh.
Have you ever seen it, Lips?
Jody, the videos that I think she's talking about is where she admitted it.
No, where that supposedly there's a video of the dog walking up to her feet.
Okay, now that would be probably from her trail cam that she claims magically got erased.
Right.
Of course it did. So the only thing that we have to go on as far as that is Jody Sue's word.
Yeah, and Jody Sue was like, I heard John, he was playing with some boards or something, and then I heard the crunching of rocks under his feet, and then she would just go into this big detail about how she heard Don come and erase those trail cams. Well,
yeah, I seen that video.
They're a locked unit.
Yeah,
only
the travel and coughing around herself.
Yes. So it's a locked unit, and Don would have had to go home, erase them, and go put the memory card back. Because she didn't, at the time, she was saying that she didn't say the memory card was gone. I noticed, I think she's saying recently, I don't know, I didn't hear her say it. I just heard Benny say something about, oh, no, you got missing SIM cards or something. I don't know if that's true, though.
I have to say something. It says, Tenfold Brett says, not having a license never stopped someone from driving if they want to. In the state of Tennessee, that is absolutely 100% the truth. I lost my license in 91, and I didn't stop driving until maybe 4 years ago.
Well, I need to send you.
Nana,
you haven't seen it yet.
I'm not.
Tinfoil Brett's comment about the not having a license was in response to Alessia saying that he did not have a license at that time.
Right. I know what she was talking about.
I didn't know if you had seen that comment pop up.
Yeah.
But no, not having a driver's license, how many people has that ever stopped?
Listen, I have an email of this lady saying that her son lived in this whatever next to the I think Merkel's place. And he was trying to move or something because the chop shop kept stealing all of his like car parts and car pieces off of his truck and all this crazy stuff. And this lady claims that while she was there helping her son move, that she seen what she claims to be age, which it can't be age. I assume it to be Damien, but the email says that the Don's white truck showed up there, and that allegedly H, was there to bury a dead dog.
Where was that at?
It's an email that I would have to send to you. It's
okay.
I don't even know who the lady is, other than her son lived there above the chop shop.
Oh wow, yes, definitely send that.
Ever.
Can you drop that link, somebody, Charlie? My email. Absolutely, I would love to see that. Oh, and
it makes sense now. It didn't make no sense to any of us at the beginning, but it's starting to now.
Right.
Oops. I
wonder if TBI has went and checked that out.
I guess they did search the shop. And then supposedly, allegedly, the lady that turned it in, which I talk to on a daily basis, has been getting threats from motorcycle people. So I don't know. I don't know how true that part is, or I mean, it could be. I've never had her lie to me before, and she was supposed to prove it, but she didn't. Yeah. So.
Right.
And I only like to talk about facts, so I just can't speak on that as being factual, but that's what she's claiming as of right now.
Charlie K put the email address in the chat, sweetheart.
Apparently I took a video of it, but okay. All right. Now I gotta find all that stuff on my phone. Actually, no, I don't know.
Oh, by the way, guys, I just want to give y'all an update on the video I did yesterday about the Three Amigos story. I was contacted this morning by the person who actually sent it, and we had a long conversation, and I'm supposed to call back and get another long conversation with more details about the actual case. It did happen in 1989. And as soon as I get the rest of I've got 2 pages worth of information. As soon as I get the rest of it, I'm going to actually do a video on that case, just to update everybody and let them know what was going on. I know that don't have anything to do with Summerwells case.
Mm-hmm.
And when I spoke with the person, they said they did not believe that's what happened with Summer. But because of my videos about the mountain and nobody being allowed to search up there, they thought that I would appreciate the information.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bust out my computer.
Angela Smith is asking, Lips, did you find the audio from the milk jug video? I think what she's talking about is Marlena's voice.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to save right now to my drive so I can switch it from device to device. Because when I tried playing it a second ago, and I was asking you guys if you could hear me, and nobody answered. So I think what it did was it muted me here, and then I was just listening to it. I got 3 different devices. Everything's on. I went and bought. I had a iPad or a tablet computer, a little laptop I was using, and then I had everything on. And then recently, between that and my phone, and then recently I just went and bought an iPad, and it sucks. I can't share the screen when I'm live. There's so much I can't do. Like, I can't even think of everything right now, but like, it's a piece of crap.
Okay, guys, my son said the title of that is going to be J6. Y'all understand what I'm saying? J6 hearings part 1 through 6, or 1 of 6. And I believe he's told me it comes on at 8 o'clock on all the major channels. If anybody is interested in watching it.
Interview room is live talking about Candace.
Yeah, I know. I told everybody when they first came in that he was coming on at 7.
Yeah, he's on.
And in this moment,
yeah, he's just kind of talking about that time when they were at the
lake.
Yeah,
of course.
Oh, you need other stuff first. Yeah, I'm thinking it was bits and pieces that he didn't show before, and he's just talking about it.
Is a pink one.
Basically, like I said, regurgitating the same info that he's been putting out for the past 11 months.
Jen, are you trying to say that I'm not very tech savvy?
No, I was referring to all the issues that you're having with your devices.
Oh, good.
That's why I said it might just be easier coming directly from her.
That's a good answer, Jen. I'll give you that one.
It wasn't a jab at you. It was, I just know the issues that you're having with devices.
I know, hon. I'm just playing with you. Christella knows that too. Trust me. Like I said, we were up until after midnight last night trying to. I received a thing from Lips. Do you use StreamYard?
Yeah.
Okay. While I was live last night, I evidently got a email from StreamYard to an email that I have 2 email addresses. One is for the computer for everybody to talk to me on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's only on the computer. My personal email is on my phone. Okay, and it is not on the computer nowhere. StreamYard sent me an email to my computer saying I was trying to reset my password.
Oh. Dang.
And it was while I was live.
Wow. A lot of people are having issues with people hacking their StreamYard. I don't know. It's got to be so illegal, but
the thing about it is StreamYard has my personal email, not my computer email. But this came to my computer email.
yeah, that's weird. It's way weird.
Maxie, you're slacking. Of course, there's another fly, and the dog's not doing her job.
Right.
She's too busy drooling on herself. It's probably because of the fly she ate earlier.
I don't know, Alicia, who's doing it, honey. I just know that somebody is messing with me big time. I don't know if it's the same person. I mean, I had my suspicions of who it might have been that was messing with me through my computer and my phone. And I, in fact, said that to the very person this morning, and they did not deny it.
Oh, okay. On your phone, to stop it from being forwarded, there's 2 numbers that you can dial. You have to actually dial it and press send, but it'll be star hashtag 21 hashtag, and then you press send, and it'll let you know. It'll say like this was disabled or this is enabled or whatever, and it's all your call forwarding. What, babe? Well, really? Can you stop interrupting me? Well, then talk. Don't open my door and just stare at me. There, and then you leave. Ugh. He stared at it so stupid. He just opens the door like he wants something, but he doesn't say nothing. He stares at me. You think it's Benny doing that?
No.
Okay,
No.
I was reading chat. Now the person I thought who done it to me. Oh, there's another number. Sorry, and that's star hashtag 68. Let me check it. Hold on. Yes.
If it's the person that I was thinking it is, it would have been a joke.
Ooh.
I mean, a personal joke between us. So that's why I've not been too worried about it.
Okay, and it's star hashtag 62 hashtag, and it'll say like setting interrogation succeeded, voice call forwarding when unreachable, and it should give you a number. It'll say enabled at the very top, and that should be your phone forwarding your calls to your voicemail. That should be the only one that has a phone number on it. The rest should all say disabled. Mine will say like call forwarding disabled, sync data circuit call forwarding when it's disabled, SMS call forwarding disabled. Now, if somebody's forwarding your stuff, it'll tell you. Let me see the star pound 21 pound. I said hashtag, I meant pound. And this one stops it, I think, because the 2-1. Voice call forwarding on all calls was disabled. That was disabled. That was disabled. SMS call forwarding was all disabled. So that's the only way you can check to see if your phone's being hacked. Now I don't know about anything else.
Okay.
So star pound 21 pound, star pound 62 pound.
Okay.
One stops it, one checks it. I don't know which one.
I appreciate it, hon. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to do that. I all of a sudden I clicked the link, and I think it was wrapping them, and because it was an email, that it came from one of those Proton mails or whatever those are.
Yeah.
And nobody that I know ever emailed me from that, and it was like somebody talking shit about rap, or it was like look at this or something. But when I clicked on it, my phone immediately like shut down, and it started acting like it was loading, like it had a loading symbol thing on it. And it would turn back on, it would flash on, and flash off. And it did it for like 10 minutes. I couldn't get it to turn off. Couldn't do nothing. I tried plugging it into my computer. And then my computer started loading and unloading and doing all this.
Oh, no.
So I unplugged it from there. Luckily, it stopped the computer. But I had to wait it out. I had to wait my phone all the way out until it was done. And then luckily, AF Pentington had known those codes. So I went back and found those codes and dialed them or whatever. And sure shit, mine was being forwarded. But I didn't know what that meant at the time. And by the time I stopped it, I couldn't go back to see where it was being forwarded to. I didn't catch the number. So,
Marianne, what's wrong, hon?
It's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I asked her if everything was okay, if I missed something.
Marianne, you know you can tell me if something is going on.
And
What
there's
am I talking- You're a mod, child. You got the power.
I just seen a comment up here about the Bernard property. There is tons of Bernard land, and where all the last 2 searches have been
Yeah.
near Bernard property. It's over by Andy's father's house.
Right.
Oops.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going to try jumping off here and see if I can't fix something for supper.
I gotta do that too. I'm sorry.
I greatly appreciate you, Lips, for coming up and helping out.
Yes,
giving
thanks
us info.
so much.
Yeah, and I'll be around more, So.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Figure out. Okay. You guys have a good one. Thanks, chat.
Okay, you too, hon. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, hon.
Okay, chat. I love you guys. You know that. Thank you all for coming. You all have a good night. And don't forget, my son asked you guys to go watch those hearings or whatever they are. You may not be interested. You're very welcome, Lips. Thank you for coming up, hon. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Robin. Remain calm. Mary Ann, Laura, Alicia, Sandy, Robin's Egg, Kitty Cat, Caleb. Oh, that's a new name. I haven't seen them in here before. Mama Bird. Kathy, thank you, sweetheart. Flies on the coleslaw. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you, Edna, by the way. Thank you. I love you all, and I will see you guys on the next video. Jen, thank you so much for being here, sweet pea.
Oh, you're always welcome, honey. You know I'm here when I can be, when I'm not interrupted by a child.
Right. Christola, I did not mention you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you and Jen more than you guys both know. I mean, I appreciate all of yous, but you two know what I'm talking about.
And we love you, Nana.
We love you guys too. I'll talk to you later. Say a prayer for everybody, guys. Be kind to somebody tomorrow. They may need it.